In this video, we'll be philosophizing on introspection and discussing being able to develop mind-body connections that are meaningful in association with the development of our own imaginative consciousness in association with the imaginal and deepening perspectival processes that allowance for easier access to knowledge within perspective taking that can make it easier to meaningfully communication the ideas and cookings up of thought within our own mind bodies. And we develop meaningful information through entradas como transduça específico a pessoa informação dentro mente-corpo é que auto para rodia engajando específico elevado ordem cognições que cozinha dentro pensamento específico voluntário saídas de a pessoa informação, that we're engaging in self-conduct that is moving between the prior existing inputs of internalized meaningful information to the voluntary outputs of meaningful information that we can composition within the sentence structuring of our ideas and engage an introspective development through a capacity to not just operate from the internalized process, but to be able to composition the prior existing sensory inputs in which we're developing from our sensors to the sequencing of meaning to our precepts and precepts of self, direct perceptions, engaging a self-conducted learning process of that's creative to be able to voluntarily output meaningful information, not so much within the connections of the external, more about the meaningful developments of the introspective inner world, that all development of meaningful thought must be operated internally and introspectively and could not otherwise be done, because a tree is not doing the thinking for us. It is the self that's doing the thinking, and that's not happening somewhere out there. It's happening always in the inner world of an individual. And as we're able to complexify our meanings from these simplifications of prior existing meaningful information that we're developing within the meaningful utterances of thought, we're better calibratory of our perception, action, and behavior within the combinatory sequencing of it to engage in meaningful thinking that we can voluntarily connect to from our inner world to the self and surrounds, that we're engaging specific perception, action, and or behavior voluntarily in association with the connections of the external surrounding world environment, in which we're developing mobile perception, action, and or behavior in association with our own mobile meaningful utterances of thought that we can develop into thinking as we're engaging reasoning and the approximations of the well-defined, relevant, and functional, meaningful criteria, that we're able to develop multifunctionalities within perception, action, and or behavior and engage with meaningfully increased mobile perception, action, and or behavior that allowance livre agência para cultivate o developmental acepçãodades. And that's all I want to say for this video. I hope you have an awesome developing those acepçãodades.